Alright guys, what's going on? It has been about 3 months since I have touched Jenny. Don't mind the bruising on my face. I had my wisdom teeth removed last week. Let me flip the camera, show you what I'm doing. So like I said, I haven't touched this car in 3 months. And what I'm getting ready to do is paint the engine bay. So I started kind of dismantling everything that's on the front end that I'm going to be painting, which is basically just the inner fenders, and then this back firewall right here. I'm not going to be painting anything in here, so everything's kind of going to sit right here in the middle, be taped off, draped off. I'm going to sand down all of this, tape off the rest of the car, and tape and drape whatever. And I'm basically going to go off of this line right here, that way. So everything on the inside gets sprayed because, as you can see, you got some red on the inside of that fender, and I want to cover as much as I possibly can. I don't want to take off the ABS, so I'm probably just going to tape around that and try to spray as much as I can back there. I'm going to detach all of this stuff, and like I said, just hang as much as I can right here in the middle so I have adequate room to spray the engine bay. Alright, so as you guys can see, I kind of taped everything off in the middle. I got as far in as I can before having to deal with brake lines. I got everything back there taped up, everything all the way around here. Try to get as much of the frame well as I can, but remember, it's not supposed to be perfect. It's gonna be a shitty job, but I just want the main portions of the engine bay, like this and that, to be painted the same color as the fenders and the rest of the car, just so like if I pop my hood at like the track, it doesn't look red, you know. But this is mainly all prepped up. I still have to take the top hats off and drape that off. Besides that, it's just about sanding it all down and then going for paint, but I still got to tape and drape the fenders, the wheels, the rest of the car. Same thing on this side, tape and drape everything underneath. The bikes, obviously, or take them out. And yeah, all right, so as you guys can see, I got the car draped up, taped up, and it's ready for sanding now. I already gave it a quick wipe down, but it still needs to be briefly scuffed up just so the paint will adhere properly. And then, as you guys can see in the background, I got the motor, which I'm super stoked about. I already started working on it, but that's for another video. I'm gonna probably drape up the sides of my car and my dad's bike, maybe this head. As for the rest of the stuff, I don't really care if any of it gets overspray on because it's an easy wipe off, but as you guys can see, I'm super sweaty and like, I'm just happy to be working on a car again. I have not gotten this down and dirty and gritty in 4 or 5 months now. I'm just excited. Alright, so as you can see, I'm sanding down the car now with 800. And just trying to scuff up the surface very lightly for the paint to adhere. And as soon as I finish this side, and the cowl, and that little battery corner on these 2 front frame rails, then we'll be ready for paint. Everything's all scuffed up, both sides, and wiped down. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the paint and put on my first layer. All right, so I actually got 2 colors. I'm gonna use this as my base coat. It's a little bit darker, and this is the OEM blue that I have from GM, Bahama Blue, which is the same thing as, can't think of the name right now. I'll put it right here for the color of my car, but this is going to give it a little bit darker with a hint of the sparkle. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. All right, here we go. Very light coat for the first layer. Sorry if I'm not recording at good angles. This is me spray painting with one hand, trying to focus on where I'm actually painting. But I'm trying to get you guys content. Alright, well, I'm going to keep doing that, and then I'll update you guys when I'm done with the first layer. Alright, so here's what it looks like with one layer. This already looks 10 times better than the red, and I am stoked. I can't wait to see the final outcome. But yeah, as you can see, kind of underneath this is a little bit lighter. That's what the Bahama Blue is. So this is a little bit darker. As soon as I put that on, it'll brighten it up, give it the sparkles. But if you look, this actually already kind of has like a little pearl in it, so... yeah, I'm gonna do probably one or two more layers of this and then jump to 1 or 2 layers of that. All right, this is the second coat. I've used 2 full bottles of the Rust-Oleum. It's looking all like one color. It's got somewhat of a little metallic flake to it. All the way around, even a little bit underneath and on the front frame rails. I'm not paying too much attention to this though, because that's not what it's gonna be seen. It's mainly just gonna be all of this. And all up in there. Still got to do a little bit more in there, but I think this next layer is definitely gonna bring out the color a lot more, so I'm stoked to see it. I wanted to show you guys the difference of the third layer, which is this one. So this is the first paint I had. This is the color match that I have. So this side's gonna be a little bit brighter. This side's still dark. Let's see if I can step back and show you. As you can see, that one's way brighter, should match the paint a little bit better, so let's get the rest of this done. All right, we are 3 layers done now. I'm gonna do one more can, my last can, and then it should be finished. As you guys can see, there's not really any more red left in sight. We got that beautiful Bahama Blue all the way around, every crevice, and it's looking good. I'm excited. All right, this is the final layer of paint. I'm gonna go ahead and let it dry for maybe about 30 minutes to an hour. And then I'm gonna go ahead and pull all the drape off and the tape off, and we'll see what it looks like. All right guys, so as you guys can see, this is the original color of the car. And boom, not too far off. Maybe if I would have done a clear coat on it, it would have came out as sparkly as this, but it seems to be the same color. Kind of. Obviously this is the inside of the fender, so don't worry about that, but pretty close match. I can't complain. Came out really good. It's got a lot of flake in there and I'm happy with it. I'm gonna take the rest of the drape off. I gotta go to work real quick for a meeting. I'll be back within the hour, and then I'll take this off, give you guys the full reveal. All right guys, with everything put back together, this is what it's, well, not everything back together, but with power steering, fuse boxes, everything all bolted back down, this is what it's looking like. Don't mind the wiring mess. As soon as we get the motor in, everything will be put back in place where it needs to be. There are a couple spots I'm going to need to touch up, such as like right there. I mean, this you won't see because of the headlight. Obviously the inside of the fenders. I did scratch right there a little bit, and then underneath, which you can't really see, but like right there, my tape line was kind of weird, but you can't see it from the top. So yeah guys, what do you think? The paint match is pretty freaking close, right? Just a little dirty. Yeah, so as you may know, in most engine bays, like the paint is a little bit more dull. They don't use clear inside the engine bays. And this was just a quick, you know, like $25 like rattle can job. Obviously I didn't feel like taking off all the brake lines and stuff, so this frame rail is still red. You got your transmission tunnel still red, but you're not gonna see any of that. You're not gonna see any of that when the motor's put back in. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I love how it came out. Look at that, looks so good. And as you guys may know, I got the motor back, like I said earlier in the video, so you're gonna be seeing a lot more content coming through as soon as the motor's back in this too. I got the Jetta behind me that I'm gonna work on. I can't say how excited I am to start making content again. I love you guys. Go ahead, leave a like, subscribe, and then comment what you want to see down below. See you guys later. Bye.